We've got masked ICE agents pulling up in unmarked vans and grabbing people, including U.S. citizens, off the streets. We've got an HHS secretary who opposes proven science and promotes quack medicine, a top White House aide who calls Democrats, the whole party, domestic extremists. I will admit it's worse than even I expected, but I did warn y'all.
Yeah, so Barack he won't go away. He hasn't gone away. That is Barack. That's always been Barack Obama. And now, as a result, Barack is having some issues at home with his marriage. In an interview with The New Yorker, Obama was asked about the pressure that he feels having to react to every little thing that Donald Trump says or does, saying it, quote, creates genuine tension in the household, and it frustrates the heck out of Michelle Obama. As a result, the marriage, one of the great love stories of our time politically, maybe not going so well. Bill O'Reilly is the author of Confronting Evil and the anchor of No Spin News. Bill, good to see you. Good to have you back. How are you?
I'm good, Rob. Thanks for having me in.
So presidents generally don't speak out against their successors. Why do you think Barack feels the need to do this?
Well, he's not really on a full-fledged jihad against Trump. In fact, if you remember the pictures in the recent funeral in D.C., they were laughing it up, yucking it up. But I think Barack Obama's got a purpose in mind here other than sniping. I think he wants to be the kingmaker in 2028. He understands that his party has succumbed to radical, progressive pressure, and he doesn't see that as a winner. So he's trying to impose, in a way, his authority because he's by far the most popular and well-known Democrat in the nation.
Yeah, you think he is still?
And, oh, yeah, there's nobody close to him. And he, behind the scenes, he's going to be deeply involved in who the nominee is in 28.
Do you have any idea who he is leaning toward right now? Probably not Kamala Harris.
No, I don't think he. I don't think Mr. Obama respects the campaign that Ms. Harris ran, because Barack Obama's a smart guy and he campaigned very well.
Yeah,
I covered it, and Harris's campaign was one of the worst in history.
Okay, if I say, so I understand he's making a lot of money with these speeches. If it was creating all this issue with my marriage, I don't know if I would continue to do it. Maybe I'd just take a step back for a couple years, get back involved as we get closer to 2028. Do you think there's like an element to this where he's priming the public for the possibility of a Barack and Michelle breakup?
I'm not even going to address that question, Rob. I'm sorry. I have no idea, and I don't get into that kind of stuff.
All right, let me ask you about the Republicans. J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, or somebody else in 2028. Where are you personally right now?
Nowhere. I'm not a party apparatchik. I thought that Secretary of State Rubio did very well today in his debrief. He has conducted himself in a very visible way that's positive for America. So he's got some momentum. As far as Vice President Vance, don't know him very well, interviewed him a couple of times. I think that he is more of a ideologue than Rubio is. And so that would probably be the big difference between the two men.
Okay. Interesting. I know, obviously, you worked at Fox News for decades. You were there essentially at the very beginning. I've wanted to ask you this for a while, and it caught my attention because Nicole Saphier was nominated for Surgeon General. Do you think it's odd that so many Fox News personalities, former Fox employees, contributors, Pete Hegseth, Judge Jeanine, Sean Duffy, Tulsi Gabbard, Nicole Saphier, now Tammy Bruce, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Dan Bongino, Monica Crowley, the list goes on and on and on, are playing such key roles in the Trump administration?
I don't know if it's important or not. I mean, the president hires out of friendship a lot of times, and but I'm not seeing that he's recruiting anybody out of Fox. I mean, there are people that come to him and say, hey, I'd like the job, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that. And then he considers it because obviously Fox News has been his biggest media supporter. I mean, Newsmax might be up there too, but the president is enamored to this day with Fox News.
Why do you think that is?
Because he knows that he'll get a hearing that is favorable to him on 90% of the issues. So people make money in the media business now, Rob, by preaching to a choir. They all do. And so the choir that Fox News preaches to is MAGA.
Bill, the war in Iran. Sorry, go ahead.
And so there's a synergy there that President Trump takes advantage of and understands.
The war in Iran right now, objectively very unpopular on the left. MAGA still supports it. The most recent poll, 84% of MAGA still supports this war. Why doesn't the president just announce the war is over, announce that we won, and get out of there, get out of Iran, and focus on the midterms and domestic issues and the economy here for the next 6 months leading up to November?
So there are 5 months before the midterm vote. President Trump has got to be very careful the way he defines Iran. Can't say we won if we don't have weapons inspectors going into that country to see what they're doing with the uranium and with the missiles. So, I mean, you just couldn't do it. It would be unsustainable. Right now, the Trump administration believes it's going to bring still Iran to its knees, and that will bolster it, the administration. So let's hope that happens. I'm not saying this from a political point of view. I'm saying it from a world point of view. It's much better if Iran is neutralized, and everybody should know it, and if you don't know it, you're an idiot.
Yeah, and on we go, though. Day number 70, gas prices are not good. These are things that are going to hurt Republicans come November. What do you make of that?
That's the Republicans' problem.
The White House problem as well?
That's their problem. Sure, because if they lose, if the president loses control over the Congress, then he's going to have to rely on executive orders and vetoes in his last 2 years. And that's not an easy road.
Yeah, they could impeach him again, too. Hope it doesn't happen. Bill O'Reilly, good to see you again tonight. Thanks so much for being here. No Spin News anchor, great author. Bill O'Reilly, thank you.